All right, let's get started.
So I started thinking about what makes teaching so great, and it dawned on me. When students get excited about their learning in the class. One of the things I've been working on for a few years and will continue to do so is how to make the content I enjoy teaching so much more engaging to students with the hopes of a transfer value to other courses. No matter how good my content is, or should I say, no matter how good I think it is, or how animated I relay that information in a course, the quest is always the same. Connection through engagement leads to course content excitement and is followed by a transfer value to other classes, courses, paths, and careers. While the aesthetics of a course are very cool and fun to play with, ask yourself this question: who is the audience? In our music concert programming, we always consider the audience. So why not do that in our lecture courses as well? One of the brick walls in online education is the flow of design, and if we break through that wall, we can get to a harmonious, universal design. I'd like to sum up the importance of accessible lessons by the great Ron Mace, Center for Universal Design in North Carolina. Universal design is the design of products and environments to be usable by all people to the greatest extent possible without the need for any adaptation or specialized design. And if I could also add that by having accessible lessons in your course, this will benefit all students enrolled in online, hybrid, or face-to-face sections due to the ubiquitous use of Blackboard Ultra in some capacity relative to the mode we teach. Let's talk about some of the common areas to double-check for accessibility in an online course. By utilizing the Blackboard Ally Accessibility Checklist, this will ensure maximum accessibility and screen reader success. I'll highlight a few things in Microsoft Word. We'll go through fonts, headings, alt text, the images and graphics, links, and color contrast. So for fonts, using sans serif will have higher readability than serif fonts, which are really just more decorative. So I'm just going to highlight some text. Verify, font, size. All right, good to go. The use of headings will help the flow and organization of content on the page, and screen readers will be able to navigate and read in a logical manner. Use H1 for your title, and then heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4 for sections and subsections. Alternative text, or what we call alt text, is a description for your graphic or image. Do not use the words image of. Screen readers will already do this. If the image has embedded text, the image description needs to have wording from the actual image for maximum accessibility. If the image requires a lengthy description, add a caption to it. Then you can enter text such as refer to caption as the alt text. This reference will direct the learners to the caption to read a description of the image. Image descriptions can be fixed using the Blackboard Ally tool, and this is a huge win for us here. But it will be much smoother and efficient if you do this in the original program. You can also fix alt text in Adobe Pro if you have it and you are working and uploading PDFs. If it's decorative, just mark it as such. For alt text in PowerPoint, find the object or image, and let's right-click it. Night Music by Mozart. It tells us a little bit. We could probably improve that quite a bit. Let's give it a shot. How about, this is the main theme from Night Music by Mozart, shown here in musical notation. All right, there we go. Let's look at an example in Microsoft Word. I'm going to view alt text. Currently, alt text reads, Ally indicators in Blackboard Ultra show your score range of accessible content. Okay, that's a pretty good example. So what would be a bad example? Maybe I erase some of this here and it just said maybe Ally indicators or just Ally. Doesn't really tell us anything. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this back. What about decorations? If I scroll up to another part of a document I'm working on, I've got this really cool, like musical, colorful splash of aesthetically pleasingly awesomeness. All right, so I'm gonna view text. I've already marked it as decorative, and that's most certainly appropriate. The question is really, how do you know if there's enough info in your alt text? It's pretty simple. Think about it like this. If the image or images that are being read by a screen reader, if that was a conversation, would you understand what's going on?
Voiceover on Word. Run script accessibility video project window. Page 3 content edit text. How can Blackboard help you keep your lessons accessible? What's awesome about Blackboard Ally is that whenever you upload any type of file, it will identify issues and concerns with your media and give you suggestions on how to improve. The goal is to go for the green. The higher score, the more accessible your course content is. Ally indicators in Blackboard Ultra which show your score range of accessible content. The goal is green. In line with text.
For all hyperlinks, do not use the URLs as the display text. You want the display text to be meaningful, clear, and concise. What is the function and purpose of the link? Where are you sending them and why? The idea is to convey with as much brevity as possible. Issues with hyperlinks connected to objects may have the display edit text grayed out. If this happens and you cannot right-click, don't fret. Use the cursor. I'm going to move it over the URL. Then right-click, hyperlink, edit hyperlink. And if you go up to text to display, it will not be grayed out anymore. You will be able to edit the text here. Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel do have some capability to check for accessibility, but not all things will transfer into other file formats, such as PDF. You can't save PowerPoint files as tagged PDFs. Upload the PowerPoint file instead. Or you can save as a PDF and open in Adobe Pro if you have it. Then you can use the auto tag feature, check reading order, and then check for overall accessibility. I'd recommend using the PowerPoint slide templates, as this will be a much smoother process to accessibility. Custom templates are really cool, they're fun, but you need to have the software to make this happen. For my workflow, I use PowerPoint, the contrast checker, color contrast analyzer, TPGI. I'll save the PDF and then I'll open in Adobe Pro and go from there. Now, anything you do in Microsoft Word, you want to make sure, again, run the accessibility checker. And then from there, you'll select PDF from the File Format menu, Best for Electronic Distribution and Accessibility, and select Export. Blackboard Ally is a great tool and resource to improve accessibility in your course. For music appreciation and American music, I do upload PDFs, but I make sure they are fully accessible. Some of the issues I have run into at times are hyperlink color, document and/or image contrast, and foreground versus background color clashes. By using the color contrast analyzer on the regular, this will help ensure color and contrast issues will be few and far between. Other things I make a habit of double checking: alt text in Word, PowerPoint, and Adobe Acrobat Pro, as well as make sure that appropriate fonts, headings, lists, and tags are used. Sometimes things are missed, and that's where Blackboard Ally and accessibility awesomeness will help you level up your course. Captions are text on a video, so that people who can't hear can read it. Closed captions are hidden until you press the CC button. People who don't need them will not see them. There are two main types of captions: open captions and closed captions. Open captions are permanent and burned into the video on Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro. Closed captioning can be toggled on or off by the end user. For a recent video tutorial on Padlet, I uploaded my video to YouTube, turned on the auto-generated closed captions, and then duplicated and edited. After I finished editing, I then deleted the auto captions so that only the edited captions remain. This worked well since I wrote a script for the video and could easily adjust the text and timings. The tutorial video was around 4 minutes and some change, but I was able to get near perfection on the transcript, closed captions, and timings. If you'd like to get a transcript from any published YouTube video, the solution is quick and easy. All right, so if we come over here to where you see like, dislike, share, save, and you have the 3 horizontal dots that we used to click, and you see report right there, and you also used to have show transcript. It's not there anymore. So we need to just scroll down a little bit, go over to the description of the video. You'll click more, come on down past all the details, chapters, and underneath the chapters we'll see transcript. Follow along using the transcript. Now we're going to click show transcript. Still pops up over here to the right. You see the timestamp, it's all there. Maybe you want to turn them off, toggle the timestamps. Just click the 3 vertical dots. We'll toggle the timestamps. I want to copy and paste all this. We copy it. All right, good to go there. And I want to put it somewhere, anywhere you want to go. And there you have it. Transcripts in a snap. Google Chrome has a browser extension called Nada AI that will transcribe the audio from any video, whether you upload your own or use YouTube. Another great option for captions, subtitles, and transcripts is Amara. They have a free online editor or plan-based options. I highly recommend exploring Yuja. You can create videos, upload them, and then turn on the closed captions and download full transcripts as well. All of this can be edited, of course, to reach full accessibility standards. You can also create audio, video, and screen recordings with the Yuja app on PC or Mac, and with the browser recorder as well. Now that is some Yuja awesomeness right there. What's great about 3Play Media is that they will give you a multitude of file options that can be used with a variety of apps and software. One of the options to upload alongside your YouTube video is an SRT file created by 3Play Media. There are other options, but this is the most basic. In a program like Final Cut Pro, you can import CEA-608, which are SCC files. You can also import ITT or SRT capture files directly into your project. I've had excellent experiences working with 3Play Media on some current projects and have brought those SCC files into Final Cut Pro, and it was smooth sailing. For the course, project, or presentation, having a variety of options is a great place to be. For the STC music department needs, I'd recommend Yuja and/or YouTube as our go-to solution for quickly adding closed captioning and viewable transcripts. All students bring something to the table. If we foster an environment where they feel valued and welcome, participation will be steady and jubilant. As a teacher, instructor, professor, and mentor, we all have a vested interest in our students' success, and to do that, you have to be all in. Students appreciate meaningful feedback. They may not remember everything we said, or maybe even what we performed. What they will remember is how they felt during that discussion, lecture, or concert. And that is where the magic truly happens.